Death Metal Podcast coming live. Wasn't even prepared to go live, but my loyal followers and death metal heads, there's already 20 or 30 looking at this. Appreciate it, man. I always want to play new music, so I'm addicted to this. So that was a new innumerable forms. Let me shut this one thing off here. I hear little echoes. Hold on, sorry guys. Just share this on your Facebook or IG stories. I put the link in the chat if you guys want to share it. That would be cool, man. That way other people can check out the show. Cheers. What's up, Gordon Hamilton? What's up, Evan Williams, Jesus Drinks, Jeff Fuel, Daisy Duke, Ian, Nevermore. Damn, man, why is that echo going off my head? I can hear the double of the show. So next up, while I fix the technical difficulties, we got more new stuff. This is Vivisectitude from New Zealand. Vivisecitude from New Zealand, the Neolithic Cannibals, released in 2022. Just got to check that out. What's up, everybody that tunes in on the regulars? I appreciate the big support of the metal show on Saturdays. You know, like people were hitting me up even today in some like comment sections, and they were like, "Yo, man, now I have something to listen to at work." So I was like, "All right, dope." Because I mean, normally we would come live on here and play some new stuff, and maybe talk about like some obscure little metal story or something I know of or whatever. So this is unscripted. It always has been. No sponsors. Death Metal Podcast is a community of other metalheads. Like even last week, I felt a little bad. I pushed someone out of the chat, unfortunately. Like, I don't know what I'm doing on here. And I just felt like they were pushing some band or whatever and whatever. But I appreciate, like there's so many people that tune in or talk to me about this show. And these are cool, man. I appreciate it. It's just to play new stuff or old stuff, like whatever I listen to as far as like death metal stuff or black metal stuff, sometimes grindcore, even some old stuff. I'll be like, I'm going to play that on the show. I feel like, if this is what we're into, then, it should be, I don't know. Or at the top, we played the new Innumerable Forms, which I saw dropped like a hot lead. You know what I mean? Which is sick. Definitely, just like something come out of nowhere. Here's something that also came out of nowhere, and they're playing live tonight. A big shout out to my man Mike from Warflurch. He got another band called Plasmodulated. They recorded some stuff for us. I'm going to play a very exclusive track. We played this like once before, a couple episodes. So check them out. Plasmodulated my man had recorded that exclusive for Death Metal Podcast. So that was the second song off their thing. So next up, we got some more, some black metal. Because today, I've been in the black metal zone, you know? lycanthropy. Black lycanthropy. I should know that from watching so much Wednesday, So yeah, this is Death Metal Podcast, but sometimes we reach out and play some black metal or some grindcore or whatever. That's normal for me, I'm into all the styles, but mostly obviously the new death metal and old death metal is my bigger thing. So I got let me see here. Sorry guys. I got an old school piece to play here, something from bring you back to like just spewing guts. Double shot live. This is from like 88 or 89. Pungent Stench live, the original lineup. Pungent Stench, old stuff. That was like from '88 or something. Wien, Austria, if I'm not mistaken. I know the show from let's say full concert '88, Wien, Austria. So yeah, from '88, they were playing songs from the split LP with like a disharmonic orchestra, and then songs from like "For God Your Soul," "For Me Your Flesh." So I think Big Claw Butterin' wasn't even thought about at that stage, you know. Greetings. Yes, Forest of Equilibrium is a cool one, man. I love that album too, especially the Dark Passages release where it has like the demo tracks. I remember that was the first time I heard like Cathedral, and there was a lot of good bands on there. That was a sick comp. Rise Above Records. I mean, you can't get hurt actually with them because they put out a lot of super good doom bands. I think, like if there was any like if someone said like doom label, like I would say Rise Above Records. I don't know about you guys. You got the A91 Been Caught Buttering, sounds amazing. Those old Nuclear Blast LPs all sound great. They did, man. And so did that Nuclear Blast comp too. It had like really good mastered versions of like the Pungent Stench and some of the other stuff. Because I remember like they put out like the Death Is Just the Beginning, maybe part 1 or something, and they had like a different mix on the Pungent Stench song or something. It was like, whew, the mastering was amazing, dude. The old school Nuclear Blast records were like completely crazy. Rest in peace, Michael, a dude who ran Nuclear Blast or owned it back back in the day. I actually met him up in Canada with Pungent Stench. He was there hanging out, and I was there with who was I there with? Ceremonium, or I was there with Incantation and Pungent Stench, and so there was a guy. He was named Michael. He owned Nuclear Blast Records. He's passed away since. So he went on the trip to Montreal to hang, and I gave him a lot of props, man. I was like, yo, man, righteous pigs. What happened to Nuclear Blast? It's amazing listening to the demo of Barbaric Bestial Death a few minutes ago. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we play black metal stuff that's bestial on here too, I think. So what do we got next here? This is a good one. Worm Altar, new shit. So what's up, man? Yeah, it wasn't whoever somebody said Marcus Stager or whatever. But that was not the guy. It was another guy. There was some other guy involved. It's like they wrote him out of history. Ex-president, maybe? I don't know. He was from early days. Next thing, Worm Throne, Satara Worm, Napalm Worm, Worm Master, BCO Wormlust, Wormolation. So what about nuclear, man? I mean, nuclear blast, you know? Like, how many nuclear labels are there? How many nuclear bands are there? There's a lot of nuclear stuff out there, you know? Really nuclear scene out there. Up next, we're going to have, this is from 1990. It's Cenotaph live from Mexico, recorded early 93, my bad. So this was like a rare, like, Mexican telecast or something.
dozens of different species. Thousands of years old. Thousands. Dating from the Devonian Carboniferous period.
For complete and full documentation of animals.
These fish belong to a country fossil project. Never sighted the striatum.
They took numerous blasts of ebony powder and gradually transformed mortal men into spirits.
It's the stuff.
We can't know where they could find us. We can't know where they could find us. We can't know where they could find us. Should we watch for them everywhere?
There is not a drop of drinking water on the island. Now the only living inhabitants are giant crabs. And every day at high tide, they crawl along the beach to rummage among the bones.
Wet Market, sick, super good release. Like you said, people living in multiple parts of the states or whatever, still doing a good band, you know. That's always cool. All right, we got let me pull this over here. Actually, I gotta I'll look at this. All right, there it goes. So we got a new song to play. There's gonna be a show coming this weekend. Let me see here. Sorry guys, I got like 6 things going on at once. Some crazy stuff going on in my head. Let me see. All right. So sorry. Death Metal Podcast is live, so obviously, you know, we are completely off the off the hook, you know, as far as like being like unprepared. You know, everything's just like try to play good music, you know. That Cenotaph stuff was pretty sick, you know. Yeah, brought to you by Headsplit. And don't forget the Headsplit newsletter. The new one, number 40, May, June. A lot of good releases on Headsplit. Cool label. We did a trade, or a trade is in the works. You got to turn those voices off. I turned it off. I'm going to play a song from the, there's a show coming this weekend. There was a stream before mine. Ruin, HRA, Wolf Skull at the Compound in Texas. So support that. And check out Before Me on Joba, Joaba, on YouTube. There was a interview and a playlist with Mike Abominator from Ruin. So definitely check out the show. There's 2 shows actually going on. There's this one too, which this one is in San Antonio. This one's with Pius Levis. This is June 17th. This, I guess, this Saturday. And then Wolf Skull, Cryptic Mutation, Thrones, Black Jackal. Definitely check out both shows if you're a Texan and you want to see real death metal. Because you know what? In the underground, if you have 2 pretty close markets, which is Houston and then San Antonio, and then say like people did go to both shows, and like say both shows like did well, then it leaves more room for a promoter to feel not so scared to bring in a maybe not a foreign band, but maybe in the future a foreign band, but like a band from like another state, like a California, or from New York or whatever, Massachusetts. So like it's cool when people support 2 shows, go to both. So up next we got this Christus, Putrid, Fetid, and Corrosive. I'm sorry, it was Sistus. man. Some new stuff. Just check that out and just like rolling through YouTube, basically, you know. Like there's a lot of good stuff on there. Those choking on a chocolate log full of turds wild are wild as hell. Some zombified preachers of Gore feel to this. I feel that, man. I can feel that. So up next, I want to play a pretty exclusive new track, I believe. This is from Ruin. They're playing those shows I just played.
It was getting easier to do. I was getting better at it. I was getting less detectable. I started flaunting that invisibility, severing a human head, 2 of them, at night in front of my mother's residence, with her at home, my neighbors at home upstairs, their picture window open, the curtains open, 11 o'clock at night, the lights are on. All they have to do is walk by and look out, and I've had it.
New Ruin. Check it. There'll be those shows coming up. Big shout out to Mike Abominator. Definitely. And also any, like I said, the Texas Heads, man. Good new song to play on there too. I just have to say, Roy, I'm so happy a religious broadcaster, Pat Robertson, probably kicked the bucket. Pete Popoff, something Feast for Maggots. Vesuvius Corpse Flower, it was a dude from Eldridge Horror at the time. What's up, Steve-O? So next up we got I thought that was an HRA track at first, Francisco. Appreciate the Ruin special edition there. This next stuff, I was at this gig. This was like in 91. This might have been like the first gig of this band. Shout out to Francisco.
You ain't got no face!
Yo, put some bass in the PA.
Death is metal from New York. Go for Monica! Go for Monica!
Yo!
No bass!
No bass!
Jump over!
Yo!
Let's go!
See that short-haired meddler right there? That could be me. I'm not sure, but definitely has my hair color. Could be somebody from Gorephobia. I heard John Vera.
B-O-O-H-O-O.
This is old school Ophnautica video with Brett with his yellow guitar.
Recantation! Heavenly Father, take the place of raping of angels. Christ is slain the king, sweeping across heaven. Destroy the angel's rotting cock. I masturbate on the book of God. This next song is called Of Pestilence. This next song goes out to Chris, Gorophobia, and Sodomizing. Blackcom, ultra, diluting, Angel's holy blood with Blackcom. This next song is about destroying the Savior, the King of Jews, the liar, Jesus Christ, scorching and crowning. Angels are no longer sing the song of heaven. There is now weeping in heaven.
Profanatica, quadruple shot. So yeah, that was an old video taken at G Willikers. I was like standing right up front there. I don't think I was that guy because I saw he had a little mustache and I didn't rock no mustaches. So yeah, that was an old show. I left it on for like all the in between like song banter because that was like what made the entire show. Like it suddenly got like so like blasphemous and like cool. It was like amazing. Remember an actual quote? The thing that they had done is they had violated the Bible. They didn't do anything on stage to each other. So that's Paul Ledney always spoke about a black certain substance. So he was talking about it in between the songs there. So up next we got this is from Finland, Necros Rightus. Old school, man. Samael. That's right. I heard it the other day on Job. I was like, damn, I remember this demo. Why is this echoing? Sorry, guys. Sometimes when I turn on the other phone to share the link, it makes echo in my ears. So almost 50 people watching this, probably more because you're VPNs. Appreciate that so many people tune in for something that just I decided to do like 20 minutes before we went on. But, you know, we're normally here on Saturdays to spew out some old and new death metal. There you had Samael from Switzerland with an old kind of rare demo. That was like one of the more rare things because they did have that Into the Pentagram 7-inch, which, I mean, that thing was rare too. But yeah, we tried to play, you know, different stuff here. That's why I played the black, like a Panthropy, and I want to see if this will play. This is my man Rich's band, Medical Deviation. I showed a lot of support to Necroharmonic. Let's see if this will play though. So medical deviation from New York. So shout out to Rich. You know what? The reason also I wanted to rep medical deviation, not only because they're sick and maniac mortician fans, and Rich is a cool dude. You know, like Rich shows the spirit of like sharing in the underground, just like my boys do from like the other live streams, like the Witching Hour and Job, where we share each other's things. And like, so Rich was out there sharing some death metal podcasts and necroharmonic stuff. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate guys and people that do share stuff, because without that, there is no underground, basically. So you should consider sharing some of your friends' stuff, and then even some bands you just listen to. If you were listening to Worm Walter, I mean, how hard would it be for you to take one screenshot, move your fingers 2 times, and then show a link for their video, right? Like, it takes like, I counted it one time, it took 15 seconds. So you should definitely support, you know? I try to support on here, appreciate it. Yeah, Medical Deviation has a band camp for maniacs who want more. There you go. But yeah, I mean, we try to, the Witching Hour is killer. We try to come on here and support those that support us, you know what I mean? And I think that seems fair, right? And cool. Like, I want to, I want to have some community building, you know? Like, it feels better. I do feel bad because like last week, like a grown man was pushing a band pretty hard for a few weeks. And I was like, yo, man, we can't play that again, dude. Like, you know, I played that 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm not playing it every week, but I appreciate, like, I like the enthusiasm. He seemed mad afterwards, but I didn't care. Yeah, he has Andy Whale from Bolt Thrower on drums on that Medical Deviation. Metal is in our blood. That's right. Yeah, show after show, man. I'm just trying to, devastate your ears. I want to play old and new stuff too, so people get into stuff, even maybe from a couple years ago. Like, there was this demo from this band from Italy, and I really got into this. And 2019 demo from Tenebro. I guess it just ended right there. So yeah, man. This next one we got coming more from some new shit. This is where the hell is it? Weeping Slime, Tormented Mind. All right, Weeping Slime. So Ian Colazzo, that's in the chat, made the art for that. So buy it. It's still available, like you said, from Head Split. So up next, what do we got here? Let's go back in time. This is a demo with like, this is like a side project band of like Morbid Angel members. It had like Sterling Von thing start and Usurper from Florida. So yeah, it was members like Morbid Angel, Scarlet. Let me reread it. I have to see it written to write it. Sterling Von Scarborough, who's passed away since then. Rest in peace. And member of Incubus, one of the guitar players or something. So yeah, there was they made like a demo in like '92, pretty obscure. Usurper. I think the other Usurper was already active at that stage too, like the Chicago one. So let's slide into this thrashing attack, because basically I didn't play any thrash at this stage. After this, we're gonna have a little plug on here. Check this out. Nuclear Thrashing Attack from Fast Kill. Those vocals, right? They have like that thrash approach that they used to do in like '87, where they kind of like say, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, it was like a cadence that would like in thrash. They had like that kind of like, I don't know, man. They had a different cadence years ago. They didn't follow through with the screams or something, you know? Or maybe they were produced a certain way too. I always think about that because you had, different producers producing stuff. Harris Johns and all these people. But he didn't seem like he did too many screamy bands. He was more like in the Sodom zones, right? But so next up we got I wanted to play something a little faster. Oh, wait a sec. Here's my special guest to plug a show. Necron, Witching Hour. And he dropped the record. I think I got the flyer, just like you did. Let's see here if it's still in here. Here's actually the show flyer. That's what I do have.
Yeah, that's the San Antonio show on next Saturday.
You guys are on this next Saturday?
Pius Levis will be on it. Let's go. Cryptic Mutation, I believe that's their name. One of JD's, I think JD said it's his drummer's other band.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're looking forward to seeing Ruin play and Devastate in Texas?
It kind of reminds me of like years ago when Grave Hill first came to town. Right. We did some dates with them in Texas. I think it was Houston, SA, and Austin.
Right.
And the first time we met Mike and the crew.
Yeah,
and, me, Mike, and Body Bag, and the singer of Hot Bear, and TA, our bass player. We all just kind of, we clicked, dude. It was a good time. So I'm looking forward to doing, seeing Mike come to San Antonio again and Devastate, because when Grave Hill used to come through, it was always wild shows.
Same for me. When Grave Hill came through Jersey, like we had a good old time, The only they had a rogue ass member though who almost got beat up at that time. I don't remember which guy it was, but he got forgiven, He was going crazy, and then he was at my boy's house, and then they were like, "Yo, calm down." Even it's bad members.
I wonder if it's who I think it is, but I won't throw him under the bus.
Yeah. I wasn't there, so I mean, I didn't see. I saw the dude, like at the show, he looked normal, but they were like, "Yo, man, we had to calm him down last night." So there's another show too in Tex. Let's see here. This is the HRA show. Also, Wolf Skull and Ruin is the night before at the compound. 7 p.m. Buy it. I also wanted to.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to plug. Necroharmonic has a new website up. If you want to check it out, it's at necroharmonic.com. Again, back to my old .com, and we threw another website up there. So there's a mixture of. Some merch that's from Big Cartel, and then there's some merch from like some Necroharmonic, including some rare stuff. I threw a few rarities up there, but I'm gonna start picking up like doing the distro thing again instead of just running doing a record label.
Oh, like selling other.
Yeah, selling
labels,
like other
products,
bands, tapes, and CDs, records.
Demos,
so I want to support. I felt like I not got stagnant, but like I was like, you know what, I need to run a distro too at this stage.
Yeah, it keeps different people coming to the website, I guess. Who knows, man?
Yeah, man.
It's not gonna hurt for sure. It's gonna help.
Yeah, like, and also like in the underground, like everything is about like trading and like and I want to try to export international stuff over here to sell. So like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I need to sell. I need to promote. And maybe sell these even stuff that we play on here,
Oh yeah. Prime example, dude. Last night, that was a success for me.
Cool.
Yeah, it was total grift of my channel to promote my band, but it worked. I don't want a closet full of Pius Levis and Omega Vortex records.
Yeah, you got to promote your own band, obviously.
Yeah, no one else is, so you might as well. I mean,
I do and I don't. Like, I don't go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I promote some things. You know what I mean? And then I back off too because I feel like I'm on here to, mostly play like some thrash or death metal or just to get people pumped up. Like you said.
Like, I couldn't do it every damn week. Like, I got the vinyl in, and I was like, you know what? Now it's finally time to do the show. and then I'm kind of like done with it. You know, what I mean, like having to promote it anymore. You know, the vinyl's here. There's a show. You know, go order it if you want. Whatever the
Right.
fuck.
And
And
you Texas guys, you always seem like you have your own show for your release. So, but that's smart. I mean, that's the way it should be, maybe, you know? I don't know. Like, there's, you know, more people hear about it. I got the digital download. There
oh
you go.
hell yeah.
So, yeah, people promote yourself. Yeah, I guess.
Well, I think too with us Texas
Sometimes
folks,
I'm a little humble, so I don't always want to promote myself, you know? Like, just, that's me, though.
I think with us Texans is we kind of like had to do our own type of stuff for so long. You know, we don't
Right.
have, you know, especially like we didn't have the East Coast and West Coast type of promotion. You know, and everything. Each city is so fucking far from each other. I
Right.
think the closest ones is probably like big cities is probably SA and Austin, which is like an hour away.
Right.
And after that, it's, you know,
Everything's like 9 hours or
it
6 hours.
seems like it,
right?
yeah. Especially
Yeah.
if you hit a traffic jam or whatever, you're screwed.
Yeah, yeah.
So we just kind of learn how to, you know, do it DIY, you know, do it yourself, man. This is the way it
Yeah, I
goes.
see a lot of the promo that comes out of Joba and San Antonio and Houston mostly, though. So, like, not as much. I don't see so much El Paso coming through there, you know?
I love my El Paso friends, but they all
No
think
doubt.
they live in California, so.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired, Tino and your Lakers.
Texas pimping. So, yeah, scene is way better where I live, so that's understandable. Yeah, I mean, everybody has different little things. I checked out ETD for the first time because of it, no doubt.
Oh, there you go.
There you go,
ETD
man.
is, and it's excellent too, you know. You can't
San
complain.
Antonio!
Ah!
All right, we got more music to play, though. So here we go. right. Cheers to the original uploader. That was Mortuous from the Unearthed Morbidity Fest, which has been going on this weekend. I saw my man on the street, Andre, was posting some videos up of the Fetid live from that fest or whatever, and he was like, "Here's a new Fetid song," you know.
Wow, that's
This
cool.
is I think this was the fest right here. So what you saw though was Mortuous, but the Faceless Burial singer was singing or whatever. So it was cool. Oath of Cruelty,
Yeah,
Texas,
he used to.
represent everywhere, bro.
That's awesome, dude. They rip, dude.
Ultra Voice, Undergang, obviously, sick fest. I would love to go to some of that stuff.
Hope the Cruelty remind me of Pleasure to Kill, blended with some Exterminate, and kind of come out with a little Hope the Cruelty in there. Is how I see it.
Right.
Either way, you can't go wrong. You know, it's fucking great.
I was laughing because I saw they had like band photos out there, like on Instagram or something, and they were like standing in some Sodom type zones, you know. They had, like electric fences and like, you know, I was like, damn, man, Sodom vibes in Czech Republic or wherever, you know, like super
It's cool,
German
man.
looking. Yes, harsh.
That old Eastern Bloc look.
Yeah, am I right about the cadence on some of the old thrash songs? Like, you know how they sang like
I think I know.
They like finished their verse almost, you know.
Especially that happened a lot in Destruction, right?
Yeah, especially in Destruction. They were like the main band. They would mispronounce the words too, but I enjoyed that a lot, you know.
That makes it interesting.
The delivery though was weird. Like Destruction's delivery was weird, you know.
Yeah, because where they would emphasize usually it wasn't like normally, you know, like how we were used to it would be where you would emphasize a word or a note.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, it
They gave
created
it their
its own vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Which felt good, you know, like Soothsayer, Sivo.
Oh yeah, that's a good point right there.
The
Yeah.
Soothsayer demo. It's good shit.
Oh, I love that demo.
Look at the Killtown Death Fest this year. Looks brutal. Definitely. Faceless Burial is sick. Yeah, that was the singer from Faceless Burial. Undergang Spiritual Voice Split, Roy. Yeah, they don't. It's not available online, so I didn't get the digital. There was one time where I downloaded a digital thing because I wanted to. I was like, oh man, like I listened to it so many times on Bandcamp that day or Bandcamp Friday or whatever it was. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna. I since I've already bought it and everything, I was like, I'm gonna make my own video with this thing and just play it on here.
That's cool.
You know, it was a little primitive, but yeah, curse the gods.
Curse the gods.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roy, Big Cartel ordered Iniquity, Deception. I don't know that one. No, we switched to from Big Cartel to necroharmonic.com, which is like a different type of whatever ecosystem of like, you know, shopping cart. You know what I mean? So support it. Buy that shit. Buy shit. Support the shows. Every one of them. Necron, you got some shows to plug for the future besides a live show? What about
just a live one next week? And I don't know what my next witching hour would be about, but you know what you were talking about last night. Yeah, it's kind of funner when you kind of have a show with more of a theme.
Yeah, you got to have topics, right?
Yeah. I mean, but don't get me wrong. Sometimes I just get a wild hair up my ass. Like, I just want to play some jams.
That's what I did tonight. I mean, I told you guys yesterday. I was like, I ain't going live.
Here we are.
And I was like, you know what? I had like, 10 jams set aside, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll do a short session. And now it's 2 hours, you know. But I feel like I played good stuff. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I caught most of it. I got home not too long ago.
Yeah, 2 hours is long for anybody that's like watching this, like in the chat or one of the 43 watchers that isn't behind a firewall. Basically, like if you try to freestyle on YouTube for like 2 hours straight, good luck, because basically it's super hard, right?
It's really hard too. And you're producing too at the same time. Like exactly. If it's your channel, you're trying to keep it flowing and producing, but you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to get stale or the people just sitting there and like looking at each other on the screen, like that's fucking boring. So, yeah. And then you gotta make sure the jams are kick ass too, or
or they're playing.
Yeah.
A lot of different stuff, right? It's like I think I can like I kind of put it to like air traffic controller, you know?
I got the look on down already, dude, with my
Yeah, yeah.
microphone set
Yeah,
up.
exactly. You're
Pretty
already
clear.
an air traffic controller.
I think Andy called me out that a long time ago.
Taoism. Yeah. Canadian black metal episode. Interesting.
Heroism.
I don't really know any Canadian black metal.
There's
No Dead Air. Yeah.
there is some Canadian black metal.
Revenge, right? A little
Yeah,
black metal.
isn't there like a Montreal like black metal scene like
Yeah, there was
Frozen? Have you heard Frozen Shadows? They're fucking some blasting maniacs, dude.
the
I don't think
Montreal
that
scene is cool in
um
general. Like
what
I
that
went up to Montreal and
circle.
record stores. It's pretty sick.
Hey, I only been to Canada once, and that was with Hod, and I fucking fell in love with their metal scene. I thought it was awesome. Like everybody was all like leather and
Mm.
spikes and just. No, I don't look like every
I
single
went to
person,
a
but there
hard
was a lot of that. It just looked metal as fuck. I was like, that was cool.
Yeah, I went to a hard ass show in Montreal. It was Blasphemy, and they
Whoa.
literally played just one show there, and they had like two openers. Maybe that was it. So it was like you were just there to see Blasphemy. That's what it felt like, you know? Because I don't even remember the names of the other bands that opened. And then I think Enic from I forget what band she did that the metal cookbook or whatever.
What
She
morbid something zine or what was it? Am I thinking the
yeah,
right
they
thing?
and she handed out, this was the coolest part. She handed out maps to get to the record stores. So I thought that was
Oh, that's
super
fucking cool. That's helpful, dude. Shit.
it was super helpful, man. Just even
Hell
just to
yeah.
move around, you know? Yeah, Klatchimar, that's her band. So I think she threw the show. I got kicked out during the show because I went outside to smoke hashish. Because in Canada, it's like, like hashish is like a thing compared to like weed, you know? So a friend came and met me and we smoked some hashish. And then like I went to go back in and they're like, no re-entry. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I can't come back in and see Blasphemy? They're like, no
Oh
re-entry.
shit.
I'm like, oh no, you know? And I was like, what if I pay to get back in again? They're like, yeah, you can pay to get back in again. I was like, I just ponied up my $40 and I walked back in. I was
Well, I
like,
mean,
fuck
it's blasphemy. When next time you can be able to see them, right?
this.
They're
Yeah,
on
and I
stage.
drove there to go see them from, I was with Alex. Yeah, I was with Alex from Immolation. I was with the drummer from Bloodstorm. And who the hell else was I with? Dave from Funebrarum or Invoking. So
Wow,
like
I
we
know the
went up there
fucking
on a
crew, dude.
special little mission, you know?
Yeah,
It was cool.
that's awesome, dude. With Alex too. Alex is always cool, dude.
Yeah, yeah, we had a good old time, dude. It was pretty banging. The scene was banging too. Like you said, the show was packed. The fans were mad into it. Ross
Yeah.
Bay Cult. What's up, Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff from Death Vomit in the house, dude. That's what's up, bro.
Wow.
Death Vomit zine was like a huge influence on my friggin' tape trading life. So appreciate you, Jeff. Super
Oh,
cool.
so that's like an old school zine from around your area.
Yeah, no, they're
Nice.
from Virginia, but they did like a
Uh-huh.
couple not episodes. They did a couple fanzines, like issue 1 and 2. But I remember I had gotten issue 2 at G Willikers, probably in like early '90, probably when like Deceased or Abominog or somebody would have played there. And then it was like the zine was like super cool, man. I mean, like one of the best like old school like death metal zines there is.
Dude, I love the feeling of like this when you get a fucking great zine.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yes, this fucking zine rules. It got all the killer shit and shit
Yeah,
you're finding out about. Oh,
you're like looking at it on the way home. You're like, God damn, dude, I can't believe I got this.
That was a great feeling back in the 80s and 90s to get those type of zines, man. That's why I meant to say Quebec loves black metal and
Quebec. Death Vomit book is awesome. Yeah, there's a book of it. Billy Nasira from Razorback helped, and I know somebody that laid it out too. And Jeff and they all pulled together and they did a Death Vomit book. And then it has a third Death Vomit in it that was not released of the first 2 Death Vomits. Wow. And the bands in there are phenomenal. They're like Interment from Finland, and Demigod like interviews, and like super. I it's chilling somewhere over here because It's kind of in my Bible collection at this stage. It's right here. Death Vomit. You go on the big boy. Death Metal Fanzine collection, 88 to 91 only. So this is pretty thick too, man. You know, this is a hard ass thing. But look at the bands, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is no joke, right? Abhorrence demo. This is where part 3 starts. So like you could see like the evolution of death metal happening right here, right? Like necrophobic and shit. Morgue. Yeah, Damnation, Profancer, some dissection in there. This was like,
wow.
Definitely pick this up if anyone doesn't have it. Death Vomit. Support. Jeff, you made the most banging thing, and like the first couple, like I would say like the Death Vomit 2 stuff. Let me see here. Sorry to cut it down, but like they have like interviews with like Mortician and like Treblinka and shit. You know what I mean? So like, you saw like Juck from Treblinka and like, you know what I mean? There was just like Abhorror from Singapore. I remember I wrote to them because of this. I wrote to every band in Zine, dude.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's kind of what you did back then.
Yeah.
You know, you would.
Like,
why not? You know, fuck around with the demo or whatever.
Every band. I should print and sell those. Someone already does, actually. They sell it. Check Amazon.com, just to be honest, because at some point I swore this thing was being sold on Amazon. But if not, your wife tells me the toilet's flooding. Ouch.
Oh, damn.
So big shout out to Jeff, though, man. Appreciate you, bro. We're showing off your zine.
I'm gonna look for that. Probably.
Yeah, you should look for that. It's a trip down memory lane as far as like the interviews are really phenomenal too. So it's definitely it's right in my handbook of metal over here. You know,
That's
handbook
awesome.
of metal.
And too, when you get one of those big format books like that.
I can't even.
Sometimes you find a band you may not even known about.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, this thing is like so big. Like I'm having trouble embracing like the whole. I had trouble embracing like the Finland death metal book too, and I ended up reading like most of the beginning of it because I was like, these are the parts I don't know. You know?
Oh yeah, the early like.
Yeah, like the super
each other. Yeah.
Cool, man. I like when people are on Twitch too. Good shit. We're gonna play some old school. Because Necron said that I should go out with like this type of feeling. Whoops.
Like death metal.
streets looking to kick someone's fucking ass. Maybe a couple of posers, you know, head on down to the local disco and hang out and waste a couple people. Have a couple of drinks, get wasted. I want to hear it from every single person in here. If you like metal, the heaviest it gets, I want to hear you fucking scream. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
All right, Necron.
Oh, are we done? Or are we...
No, I'm just gonna,
Oh,
you
shit.
know, like if you want to come and plug something, hold on a sec. Let me take this off the screen. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right.
That's
So yeah, I'm just
still
gonna
the fucking
murder.
one of the greatest VHSs ever.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna just go in and just murder the rest of the death metal podcast because I figure
Okay.
just, you know, like sometimes I'm just like
Whip fucking, yeah, I love that
Yeah.
shit.
I've been trying to do that lately because I feel like it's, you know, it's more DJ like to, you know, finish the
Yeah.
dance songs at the end of the party.
Just keep the fucking
I
jam
realize though,
rolling.
busting out, I got to save that for the end because then you're busting out, you know.
That's right.
Like, damn, I should have saved that one for the end.
I'm
Bust
busted
right
out.
out of here. I'm busting out. So,
But yeah.
anything you want to plug for?
Well, like you said earlier, the shows the Ruin shows in Texas next week, Houston on Friday, San Antonio on Saturday. Should be fucking insane, dude. I
how
mean,
about some new songs? You got new songs in the lineup?
we will be playing a new song. Oh
Sick.
god, I can't remember the name of it. I just saw it. We had the music, it just hadn't had the lyrics, but Swarngle showed up with them. I think it's called Sepulchral Summoning.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's it.
You come
But
up
we'll
with
be
a new
playing-
track.
Yeah, we'll have a new track for the show.
That's dope.
And then we got 2 other songs we're working on. So I mean, we're kind of writing the next album. You know,
That's cool.
Take it.
Yeah, and then you go out and you give it to the fans too. Any other upcoming shows after?
No, I don't think we're gonna. We might play in the Valley in October. Just waiting for our drummer because he just started a new job. He couldn't give us the commitment yet. But
what is it like to have a flea market and a show at the same time? Because isn't that going on in your location?
Yeah, from what I understand, there's an area. It's a big freaking place. It's actual the place is a flea market, but it's a big building.
Oh, okay.
But the area where the show is going to be apparently is outside. So we're going to be in the fucking Texas heat. But I mean, at night, it's pretty reasonable. I mean, yeah.
Sure. It's only June, not July when we toured down there.
Yeah. We're already in. It's going to be like, I think 100, 103 or 5 that day. That's going to be the high. So it's going to be hot, but nothing, Texas.
Yeah. Texas,
and once the sun goes down,
160.
It's a totally different type of, it will be fine. But anyway.
Here in New York, we just have to deal with the smoke blowing over us.
Is that in your area right now?
Yeah, it was. I mean, for a couple days. I haven't been outside today, but yeah.
It looked like that, like they're showing.
Yeah. It was an orange, but I mean, it got like there was so much smoke, like all outside was all hazy, and like I think it even was even in my house. It smelled like friggin' burning logs or some shit.
Because sometimes we get from Mexico, they do burns and shit, and it comes
Right.
obviously comes up through Texas, and it kind of sucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it don't look like that New York City shit where like
Yeah, in New York City, it's like, how did that get so bad? But you know what? New York City has its own pollution, so it mixed with the other
it just
air pollution that came
attached
down.
with it, and I just stayed there
Yeah,
probably getting worse.
all of a
That's
sudden
fucked
it
up.
got all like yellow and like made it turn into like a bunch of people's rap video friggin' intros.
It looked like the Godzilla movie poster from 2014. Did you see the one where they added
Yeah,
Godzilla into?
yeah, I did.
I was like, "Oh, that's fucked up." But anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what Pius Levis is up to. The vinyl just fucking came out, and check
dropping the
it out.
vinyl, new show with Ruin.
Yep, writing new songs and hopefully a new album next year. That's our plan.
Roy just thought it was weed smoke. If it was weed smoke, I would be able to actually like inhale it.
You'd be able to enjoy it. Yeah, it
Yeah, I
wouldn't
went outside
suck.
with a mask on, kind of like the pandemic started again. Smoking out all badass.
Yeah, no.
All right, Carl. Thanks for
All
coming
right,
on
man.
and plugging
Thanks for
shit,
having
man.
me. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks, Roy.
All right, brother. So
Bye.
we're gonna be rolling some death metal podcast stuff next. Let's go back into the chamber of death, and I got we're gonna play this band because they're fast as hell.
Desecration overkill. And a manifestation of unwilling rage. Beneath the Ross Bay Cemetery, you shall discover the evocation chamber. Evocation ride,
Black Witchery, and then we had Death Worship there, and trying to just bang brutal shit out, one thing after another, right? Some Burt Bacharach, and shout out to Carl for coming on and support, man. So I played that Venom, bro. Witching Hour. So yeah, Death Metal Podcast, usually live on Saturdays. Moving into hour 3 right now, I see. Which I didn't even plan on going on at all. I was like, yo, I ain't even doing it. So up next, we're going to play a couple more bangers, and then I'm out of here at some point. Let's go maybe a little faster now. I mean, different genre too, though.
Here they are, from Los Angeles, California. Slayer!
sitting on the ditches and the priest in the middle. The witness of the body know about all known. Angels had lived the streets of life and soul. I leave the still inside the kill one color. Forget who that way now should see. That's about the way, just follow me. I can be lost above the rain. Jesus' soul cannot be saved. Sacrifice the lives of all I know you since you died. You put it around hell to keep the fire burning deep inside. Away! The reaper got dark gates and Satan comes home. The demons in the fiddles where the dead have been roam. Loose to the night, the devil with me go. And shoot into the burning hole that leads to the control. Breathe in the the sinking star. Satan lands the lights now fall. Satan's souls cry out to you. The devil of the nails to love the truth. Breaks the moon with a cloud. Yes, you shall never bow. For what you seek for can't be found. See your style underground. Inside my everlasting grasp. The sin of the gates of hell is where you leave it last. Warriors from earth to me will bring it to you death. The place of the great strong, so she never rest. Get to that way, now she's me. That's about the way, just follow me. I can see lost from the grave. Jesus' soul cannot be saved. Sacrifice the lives of all I know you since you died. The souls of never run hell will keep the fire burning deep inside. Away! Smile. Because my word is watching you. Wherever you are. And the politicians too, they're watching you wherever you are. I hate politics myself. But in dimension interest, they have a kind of, I don't know, technocratic manipulators. Running out the door, running out the door.